John Penrose, the Northern Ireland Minister, and Liam Fox, the International Trade Secretary, both fired warning shots to the Prime Minister about what problems could erupt if the UK's exit is in any way put back. Writing in the Sunday Telegraph, Mr. Penrose said removing the option of a no-deal could torpedo Brexit completely. Mr. Fox added, it was essential that we hold our nerve, with Mrs. May still seeking concessions from the EU which could help her win parliamentary support for her deal. Mr. Penrose wrote, taking the option off the table wouldn't just massively weaken the Prime Minister's negotiating position, it could torpedo Brexit completely, leaving us in a Hotel California Brexit, where we'd checked out but could never leave. He added, by ruling out a World Trade Organization no-deal Brexit completely, we'd have built an enormous elephant trap for ourselves, and there'd be no way to climb out. In the end, the temporary extensions would become permanent. Read more. British ambassador on the spot over UK-Canada trade. Penrose said by removing the option of a no-deal could torpedo Brexit completely. Image Getty. John Penrose wrote a letter in the Sunday Telegraph. Image Getty. According to the Sunday Telegraph, Philip Hammond, the Chancellor, and David Lidington, the Prime Minister's de facto deputy, have lobbied Mrs. May into pledging to not take the UK out of the EU. The newspaper's sources said the pair were working with Amber Rudd, Greg Clark and David Gauke. Dr. Fox added, taking no deal off the table would be to remove the single strongest card that we have in our negotiation with the EU itself, and would therefore fundamentally weaken our position. While I do not want to see a no-deal scenario, the risk of failing to deliver on Brexit itself is too great to be contemplated. Labour split, Amuna warns Corbyn of resignations from unhappy MPs. Mrs. May will today hold talks with EU leaders. Image Getty. Mrs. May will today hold talks with EU leaders as her attempts to secure changes for her Brexit deal to win support from the DUP continue. She is hoping to gain assurances after many MPs spoke of the concern over the backstop in Northern Ireland. In a joint statement, Jacob Rees-Mogg, the chairman of the European Research Group of Eurosceptics, and Nigel Dodds, the Westminster leader of the DUP, said, we are overwhelmingly united in aiming for a deal with the EU. The Prime Minister promised to achieve a significant and legally binding change to the backstop. This would ensure that a deal could get through the Commons and would secure our exit from the EU, on time and in line with our commitments in our 2017 manifestos. We cannot back anything that falls short of a legally watertight way out of the backstop.